Welcome to the Waterloo School Student News West High Edition. I'm Abby.
And I'm Cole. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Great. Young people deal with a lot of issues in Blackhawk County. One of the people who works with youth to keep us healthy is Joni Spencer. She is a Waterloo Schools parent and youth advocate. Welcome, Joni. Tell us what you do.
I coordinate the Together for Youth programs through Allen Hospital, and they are adolescent sexual health programs that go in and out of the schools every day, also faith communities and youth serving agencies, lots of times after school.
What are some of the biggest problems facing young people in Blackhawk County?
Well, I think growing up in the 80s is a lot different than what youth are facing today. You know, back in the day we had maybe 2 channels that came in, unless if you used tinfoil with the antenna. You guys have Twitter, you have Vine, you have Instagram, billboards, reality shows, lots of things that are bombarding you with messages that you might think are real, but we want to make sure that you're getting medically accurate and factual information about your sexual health. So that's what Together for Youth is really all about, is making sure that young people are informed about their decision making, and we work really closely with Waterloo Schools to make sure the information that we're providing in the classroom is medically accurate, factual, and information that they're going to use. So we work really closely with Waterloo Schools. I just feel it's really important to have these conversations with youth, because lots of times we see youth and they're constantly on the phone, even adults. I'm guilty of it too. But when you're not having conversations about sexual health, and if you aren't having the conversations with your parents about sexual health, you need to be getting that accurate information somewhere along the way to make healthier decisions in your relationships.
Awesome. What are some classroom activities that your educators do?
Oh, great question. We have something called the Reproductive Life Plan. We need a new name for that, but that's what it's called. It's really similar to the Game of Life. Have you ever played the Game of Life? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we more or less map out your life, and we have them at different ages, you know, project like when they're going to graduate, when they want to get their first job, when they want their first car, if they want to go to 2 years of college or 4 years, what their plans are. And I think that that's vital to offer that 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes that takes, because it might be the only time that a young person is sitting down with an adult and mapping out and really talking about goal setting for their life. And we do that. That's one of the lessons that we do, and then we throw in a little kink. What would happen if an unplanned pregnancy happened when you were 17 or when you were 19 or 21, and how that would really change your life goals, and how important it is to be planning ahead in relationships and having important conversations with your sexual partners and with the trusted adults in your life.
Cool. Mm-hmm. How can students and their families stay safe and healthy?
Good question. I really believe that these conversations can happen between young people and adults. I think adults need to just dive into the conversation and trust themselves and show up for those conversations. They might not have all the answers that the young people want, but research shows that young people want their parents to bring up this issue and have these conversations. So I would just encourage young people to bring the topic up with their parents. I would encourage parents to bring sex, sexuality, healthy relationships up with their kids, and be in that conversation, not just once. It doesn't have to be a one-time conversation, but have that be an ongoing conversation and something that you guys can always go back and talk to, because lots of times we don't have one relationship in our life. We might have several, and it's important to have information, to have healthy relationships. So that's what I would recommend.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on the show. It's been great having you.
Oh, well, thank you.
That was some great information.
It really was. To learn more about healthy relationships, call 319-274-6768.
I'm Micah.
And I'm Kira.
From Lego Leagues to STEM opportunities, Waterloo Schools is offering students a lot of creative options. Check out Lowell's First Lego League.
Go Team Pride!
When we go to a competition at our Lego table, This is basically so they know who we are.
We had 36 applications between 4th and 5th grade. They filled out the application. They had to get 2 teacher recommendations to join. And on the back of the application that was sent home was a rubric for how they would be scored. Out of that 36, we could only choose 10. So it was simply whoever scored the highest points made it into the team. We did agree to do a Lego club in the spring so that everyone gets a chance to participate.
Well, the best thing I like about Lego League is programming the robot. As you can see right here, it'll be able to move like straight and then curve at a 45-degree angle.
They decide each night who works on the robot, putting it together, who works on the presentation, who works on the poster. So it's completely student guided. We're just kind of here to answer questions if they have them.
The best part of Lego League is you work as a team and trying to win, but if we don't win, it's okay. We just tried our best.
So the competitions are really a big deal. If we get through the regional, then we go to state, and you know it just gets bigger and bigger, and so the kids really, they get amped up, they really get excited, and I think it's a really good opportunity for our kids to participate in that.
That was really interesting.
It really was.
I wish I would have had that opportunity when I was that age. I'm Cole.
And I'm Abby.
Thanks to a unique after-school basketball program at Orange Elementary, students are learning leadership skills on court that they can use in life. Here are highlights with the UNI students who volunteer to run it.
Our main goal is to help you guys get better at basketball.
Kappa Delta Pi is one of our partners in education, and they have had a long-standing tradition here at Orange of providing girls' basketball program for grades 3 through 5. This year we have boys on Tuesday night, girls on Friday nights, and they run it all fall and spring.
Orange partners up with KDP, and we do tutoring and basketball as well as boys basketball. We're just really involved in Orange. I make an effort to make sure I talk to almost every girl when they come to practice and just joke around with them and have fun, as well as teaching them the skills of basketball and just getting involved, and hopefully that carries on into middle school and hopefully high school. We know this is a basketball program, but we also want to include Leader in Me. So we include those habits. We mention one every practice, how this applies to your life, how do you see this at school, as well as how this might work for basketball as well.
The girls and boys that are running the program from Kappa Delta Pi are all aware of what the habits are and use the language and the implementation of the habits as they do their program. So I would say the big ones are they know that, hey, you have to be proactive, you're in charge of you. And they do a lot of goal setting, which is the whole begin with the end in mind and put first things first. But when I glance in, what I feel is the synergy in there. Even though when you think of basketball, you think of competition, it's totally a win-win atmosphere, not just the partnership of KDP and Orange, but among the kids. Thank you to all the partners in education. We could not do what we do without you, so thank you.
I wish I could play basketball.
So do I.
I'm Micah.
And I'm Kira.
Project Lead the Way is growing leaders at Hoover Middle School. Let's find out more about how the program works.
Engineering's really fun. We get to explore what we like and try different designs and see if they actually work.
At Hoover Middle School, we have 3 sections. We have design and modeling for 6th graders. 7th grade, I teach medical detectives, where we do a lot of investigation and research on disease. We also do a murder mystery, and we dissect sheep brains, which we will be doing today.
Here, the other one, right frontal lobe.
Take those out, turn it over, and relabel. And in 8th grade, we do automation and robotics, where we learn about mechanisms, gears, gear speeds, how we can run robots, program robots, and right now they're working on drag racers and building them, and they will run them and program them.
I like working in the groups so we can compare ideas.
I think it's fun to build, and it's just fun to like interact with other people and see their ideas and how they build things. We don't have instructions, like we have to use our own mind and our own capabilities to try to figure out what goes on and how it's going to work.
I feel more like a facilitator of learners rather than just a teacher, where I can turn them loose for 3-4 days and they're actually doing the work and solving their own problems. So it's really good to see that and the interaction between the kids. And it's great for them to find ownership in their learning.
Thanks for watching Go Wallhawks.
See you next month.